Thank you, Aditi. Respected Sri Ansari, ladies and gentlemen, we have had 3 conclaves earlier, but today's is probably the longest, the most substantive that we are attempting. I have been advised to take this opportunity to say a few words about the Constitutional Conduct Group, as we call ourselves, how we came about, and what we have been attempting for the last about year and a half. It started with 65 signatories in an open letter in June 2017. We were members of different services, majority of us not known to each other. And today, I'm happy to tell you that our numbers have nearly doubled. We came together in a moment of shared anguish at what we saw happening to our country and what sections of our people were being subjected to. There was, I think, a sense of helplessness in what seemed to be an enveloping darkness. It was necessary to come together. The contents of our letter of June 10, 2017 reflected our concerns, and I shall go into them. We spoke of the growing climate of religious intolerance aimed primarily at Muslims. We spoke of growing vigilantism, of Gorakshaks functioning, if that is the right word, with impunity. And here, I wonder if many of you have seen Harish Khare's account of the Karwane Muhabbat's visits to different parts of India. His accounts of what they have come across in their visits across the length and breadth of India is chilling, reflecting very often the indifference, if not the connivance of the state. I believe that Mr. Mandir's account should be a matter of national shame. We spoke of the attack on campuses, on those who raise troubling questions, where disagreement and dissent were considered seditious and anti-national. We referred to the growth of hyper-nationalism. We called on public institutions and constitutional bodies to reclaim and defend the Constitution of India. At a time when norms of the conduct of governance were being flouted, divisiveness and mutual hatred promoted and encouraged, we felt that our only recourse was to the core values of our Constitution: justice, liberty, equality, and fraternity. We felt that silence was no longer an option, and that the Constitution alone could be the anchor for the future. Hence our name, Constitutional Conduct Group. To say a few words about the group, somebody calculated that between us when we started, we had spent some 2,000 years in the service of the state and the nation. As a group, we have no political affiliations. We are not a legal or a registered entity, but a Google group sharing ideas, news, and opinions. And of course, our concerns. We receive no funding. Expenditure on our conclaves are met by voluntary donations by members of the group. Our interventions on various issues are on the basis of consensus, and not all members subscribe to each formulation. We are working with a veterans group that has also emerged with similar concerns similar to ours. We are appreciative of the work being done by Not in My Name. Our open letters have covered the general situation in India, campaign against minorities, the Kathua and Unnao rape cases, death of Judge Lawyer. On the blasphemy law in one of the states, we have cautioned the government of the state and the party concerned not to repeat past errors of pandering to extremist elements or seeking transient political advantage. We have reminded them of the disastrous consequences of such past actions, which have grave implications for the future. We have engaged constructively with the Election Commission over the use of EVMs and VVPATs, and with the Home Ministry over the proposed anti-lynching bill. We believe our interactions to have been constructive and hopefully fruitful. We have held 3 conclaves. The first, just about a year ago today, on India, a fractured polity, the relevance of Gandhi today. Our second conclave was on Hinduism and Hindutva, and our third in June last on elections in India. Our fourth conclave today is on evolution of institutions of democracy in India, where we shall look at legislatures, media, and the judiciary. These are the pillars as well as the watchdogs of democracy, and their health will indicate where we are. We have the most eminent speakers to speak today. We have Shri Hamid Ansari, Ms. Nayantara Sahgal, Dr. Harish Khare, Justice J. Chelameshwar, and M K Venu.